Hey y'all, it's Leah. Welcome back to my series on making different elements for our ideas book, where we are doing some templates for some different things that we can include in our journals in the future. So today we are making some envelope pockets. So these are just made out of a really basic envelope, any size, any color, whatever you want, and then it makes just this fun little triple pocket. So we've got one in the back, we've got one here, and then we have one at the top. And then when you glue it down, you could actually make yourself either another one here, here, or here. So however you want to do it. Or you could glue it down as a tuck spot if you just glued on two sides, however you want to make that happen. So this one I did with little tabs on it, so you don't have to put the tabs. It just depends on what you are putting inside your pockets as far as how you want to do that. So I was just kind of using mine as little pieces. This one is more little journaling pieces. This one is some ephemera pieces, but it just depends on what you want to do. I just like the look of having either a few tabs or a little bit of sari silk on there. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with these. Okay, so again, you're starting with your basic envelope. These happen to fold or to seal on the sides. So that's the first thing you're gonna do, is just close up the envelope. So I'm just adding a little bit of glue on there to seal it. And then you are just gonna trim off a little sliver on either side. You can do this with scissors. I'm gonna actually just bust out my paper trimmer because I like doing that better, because I don't cut straight ever. And I want just a nice clean look on there. So let me get that out of the way. Okay. So the next thing I am going to do is I'm going to put a little thumb notch on both ends of my envelope. And you want to, it's totally up to you how you do it, but I like to have mine alternating. So one is at the top and one is at the bottom. And so to do that, I just use a circle punch and just cut out a little bit of it. Okay, so it's just giving that little space. Okay, so the next thing, and really this is kind of the last step, is you are just going to fold this over. And actually, being that my flap was here, I'm going to fold it. Oh no, it does. Oh, it's got a bottom and a top. Okay, yes, this works better. Okay, sorry, thank you for thinking this through with me. Sometimes that's what happens. I'm doing that because I didn't want this edge to be seen. This one, I don't mind. It's got that curve and I'm not going to see most of it. I can get that to kind of cover up. So there's no rule on, well, there's never any rules with junk journaling. It's whatever you want to do. But what I am doing is kind of saving about a 1/2 inch on this side, just to show that there are two separate pockets. Okay, and so then we're gonna glue that down. We're just gonna glue around that little notch and down this side and then across the bottom. Okay, I'm gonna do that. And you want to make sure you have a good glue. I wouldn't use a glue stick with that one, just to make sure that you're getting a really good seal. So I'm using 3-in-1, which is the same pretty much as Fabri-Tac. They're both made by Beacon. Okay. And that is really it. So now it's just left to decorate. So you've got your pocket there, your pocket here, there, and then your pocket here. I'm just realizing, because my little flap, that's where I kind of messed up with that, having that envelope. I'm going to seal that up because I didn't glue that all the way down. So just be aware of kind of where, if you had a side sealing envelope, or really it's a top sealing envelope is how it is, just make sure that that part gets sealed up. Okay, so that is it. And so super easy. This is good for a mass make, because you can make a bunch of these ahead of time with a bunch of different envelopes. That's actually what I did. So I sat with a friend one night and I just made like 6 different bases for them, and then I've been able to pull from them and decorate however I wanted. Okay, so our directions for this one: you're first going to seal your envelope. You're going to trim a sliver off of both ends. You're going to notch both ends and then fold it over, leaving 1/2 inch to 1 inch, depends on what you want. And then if you want to ink it, go ahead and do that before you glue it. And then glue your bottom and your side and decorate as desired. So super fun and simple. And I like that you can have so much variety with that one, being that there's so many different types of envelopes that we can use. So I think I'm going to go on the back of this one. I'm trying to start using the backs of my pages. And I think I'm going to make this just a top pocket. There. Put that right there. I'm going to glue the directions just right on it. And that way I can put something maybe at the top later. We'll do that like that. All right, so it is in our book. I hope you enjoyed this project, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.